one of the problems that you get in the garden and in a nursery when you grow Japanese acers is that if you plant them in full sun, or if they get scorched as they come into leaf, then you get dieback exactly as you're seeing here. Now, we've had a dry spring. This plant was planted about February time, and clearly it's been a bit too dry for it. The roots haven't yet got out in the soil enough, and we've got some quite serious dieback on what is potentially a lovely Acer. But we've got it here in a bit of dappled shade, but in the afternoon it catches the full force of the sun, and you can see some scorching that's occurred on the leaves, I think probably from the sun and from a bit of east wind which we've had earlier in the year. So all is not lost, but we need to do a little bit of clever and judicious pruning. When you look closely, you can see that actually there are some more leaves that are about to come, and you can see where leaves have been scorched off. So what we need to do is just trim back each twig to where we can see that a new shoot is coming. In some places the whole twig is dead. In some places you're just going to need to go back a few inches. There's a completely dead bit, and we go back to the first bit of new growth. Here there is a little bit of growth above where I've just cut it, but actually there's a decent shoot coming lower down. So it takes a little bit of time to just do this gentle pruning properly. And it may be that you've got to come back in a week or two and see whether these small leaves which are looking to emerge, whether they have actually made it, or whether you need to trim down a little bit further. If this works, and I'm sure that it will, we will have lost a bit of last year's growth, but we'll still have a nicely shaped Acer because we've acted in time. If we hadn't done this trimming, the danger is that we get more serious dieback, particularly in a dry summer, because the plant wouldn't have the energy to send the sap right up to the tips of these last year's shoots. As it is, the plant should now shoot again vigorously, and we'll have saved it. If you grow your Acers in pots outside and you fail to water them, you will get dieback very similar to what we've seen here with this plant in the garden. Grow your Japanese Acers in a bit of dappled shade, don't let them dry out, and if you get a bit of dieback, act quickly to prune it out so that the plant will grow on again satisfactorily, albeit a bit lower down the stem. Takes a bit of care, takes a bit of attention, but it's really very easy.